Here we have an advertisement for the Queens Center Mall where we have models with text in the background. The text is subtle because they drop the opacity significantly. We're going to apply that same technique to create posters to promote the upcoming region. So here's an example right now from photos that we took yesterday. I'm going to show you precisely how we do that, and you can use any photo you want, like this one for example. However, you got to make sure that there is a subject, either you or your buddies, in the foreground, and then like a background that's significantly far behind. If you choose one like this, make sure that you apply the rule of thirds so that Joseph's face, for example, is in the upper left hand quadrant, or intersection rather. And so that would be a great one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this image right here because I already laid the groundwork. And so what you need to do first is identify a photo, and when you do, you're going to cut out your subjects, you and your buddy, and you don't have to do an amazing job, and you can see I messed up pretty bad right there. I'm going to explain to you why that doesn't even matter. What I'm going to do next is you're going to use this text that I sent you. These are the exams that your students will be taking on the Regents, and the reason we're promoting the Regents with these cool photos is because we know that Regents can kind of be stressful, and we're going to make them fun and exciting with these cool shots we took in Manhattan earlier this week. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to crop it so we've got the rule of thirds a little bit like that. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the type tool. I'm going to make sure that white is the foreground color, and I'm going to press Control V once, and I like that size. And now I'm going to press check once again. So now what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to click, I'm going to press Control V, and I'm going to shift this text over, right? Because there's lots of exams and we want to keep each line separate. I'm going to change the font from 24 to, let's say, 12. And now we've got different exams visible. Next, I'm going to click once again. I'm going to press Control V. I'm going to shift it so it's in the middle somewhere. And instead of 12 or 24, let's make this big. I'm going to make this 48, and let's really emphasize global history and geography. Great. All right, so you guys are going to keep going through, and you're going to vary the text size. So this is 48. Now I'm going to make it 10. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do another 10, just because sometimes with the smaller text, we do want some repetition just so that it makes the larger text stand out a little bit better. So that looks good right there. Okay, great. So we're going to keep doing that, and you're going to go over this a number of times. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this image of Laura Najee. I'm going to drag it to the top. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the top integrated algebra layer, the top one. I'm going to hold Shift, select the bottom one. Remember, you're going to continue this all the way down to the bottom. I'm going to right click when we've got all of our layers of text, when it goes all the way down, and when I right click after they're all selected, I'm going to click on rasterize type. Now they're all rasterized. That means that we can't go back and edit them anymore as if they were text, but we can do some cool things, specifically change the opacity. And once they're all modified, what I'm going to do, once they're all rasterized, don't do anything, rather press Control E, and now that shifts it into a single layer. So now it's a single layer. And what I'm going to do now is drop the opacity to, let's try 43%. You're going to see what looks good on yours. If you're using a image with a dark background, you're going to use white text. But if you've got an image with a really light background, maybe you want to use a dark text, black, and then drop it down significantly as well. So now we've got this. I'm going to use the this tool, and I'm going to switch around the text just to give you an idea of what maybe it should look like a little bit. So it's going to look a little something like this. Oops. Cool. So now the Regents all of a sudden are looking really exciting, and I know earlier that I did not do a great job selecting. So it's not that big a deal. What I can do simply is use the eraser tool, and I can just go in and make sure that I'm on the right layer. Oh, you know what? Okay. What layer is this? Okay. There we go. So you just get rid of that pretty easy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once you're done with this, we're going to add one more component, and then we're going to wrap it up. I'm looking forward to seeing your work.